Here's something I would like you to think about before installing any type of paver system for a walkway or a driveway. And that is, of course, the plants that usually end up growing in between them. Those pesky little weeds. Now, you're probably thinking, hey, what's the difference between concrete? Concrete cracks, plants grow in between those cracks. And again, I'm not suggesting that either one of them are going to be maintenance free. But if you are worried about plants, you live in an area where there's plenty of moisture, plants grow in every little spot they can get, you might just want to pour concrete because the concrete might crack. There's a good chance it will crack. Maybe it won't crack. The cracks won't get real big. Cracks you'll be able to see them, you'll be able to fill them, be more controllable. But with a paver system, you're going to have more chances of gaps or cracks in between these little pavers if you're going to use bricks, if you're going to use rocks, wherever these rocks are separated. There's really not a lot of structural strength in there. Concrete, you can put rebar in and tie the whole system together. With these pavers, you're really not going to be able to do that unless you actually pour a concrete walkway and then put the pavers on top. Something like that would drastically reduce any problems in the future. Again, reduce, not eliminate. So anyway, just wanted to throw that out there. If you are planning on putting a paver system in there, you might need to maintain it. You might need to spray it with some weed killer. You get any weeds in there, you got to get them out of there as fast as you can. Remember, weeds, the roots of a weed will expand and put enough pressure on these, your pavers, whatever you're using, and start pushing them apart. So the more weeds you have, the more pressure, the bigger the gap. Pretty soon you're going to have a nice crack in there with plenty of dirt and plenty of more opportunity for weeds to grow. Last thing I'd like to point out, and something I really didn't realize is another big problem with pavers if they are not sealed properly, is you could end up with insects like ants burrowing under these things and bringing the dirt up. We always see the ant hills all over the place in our backyards, but I guess on pavers, and I've never seen this before, I just heard it, ants will get underneath the pavers if there's a little gap or a crack, and they'll start bringing the dirt up, and pretty soon you've got piles of dirt all over your pavers. So that could actually be another problem, and that could actually be a problem you could run into with concrete as well, but it doesn't seem to be that common, or should I say out here. Again, it all depends on where you live. You could live in an area where you see these things all over the place, and that's just the way it is. You're real familiar with it. So anyway, that's it for the video. Don't forget to pull those weeds, spray them, get them out of there. Ants, insects, spray them, get them out of there. Don't let this stuff go on. Maintain your property and get as much value as you can out of it. And always remember, there are no needs for unnecessary home repair bills if you are going to be maintaining everything.